We are in August and we are ramping up the energy. So much happening. We have the Lionsgate portal. We have multiple planets in retrograde. So much happening. We can call it a time of chaos, or we could look at it from the perspective of a time for an opportunity to grow. And August is going to be a very powerful opportunity to step into higher versions of you that have been ready to come forward, but maybe we've been holding on to some old patterns, some old versions of ourselves, maybe some wounded versions to feel safe. This is a month where we are going to lean into the growth, lean into the expansiveness, and allow ourselves to step into the highest version of ourselves that we have available to us. That means leaning into your fears, leaning into your anxiety, leaning into your stress, fully feeling it, allowing new to come forward and guide you through it. We want to do this from a perspective of awareness, a perspective of holding space, yet allowing yourself to be the observer and fully feel everything that's coming up. Think of it as the hot air balloon. You've got the trying to ascend in the balloon, right? Rise up in altitude, but there are these ties or these chains anchoring you to the ground. This month, the energy of August is going to start to illuminate those chains that are holding you to the ground. You're going to be able to very clearly see them and feel them, but the difference is you're going to have an element of trust mixed in there, an element of intuitive guidance, like you're connected to something higher that is showing you this density, these ties, so that you can cut them once and for all. The energy is going to be bringing up a lot of those types of emotions for you to gracefully navigate through. We're still in the theme of trusting. We want to trust our path, trust our journey, trust our guidance. Lean in, get into the solar plexus, feel the subtlety of the higher self, the energy, the guidance that is there, that is starting to come forward, and you're starting to hear it because you've done the work to clear, to rise in frequency, to become aligned with that high frequency energy, that multidimensional version of you. And it is now here for you to be able to connect with on a much deeper level and shed the layers that have been preventing you from moving forward down a path that is in alignment with your soul's purpose. Let's talk a little bit about manifestation. Manifestation is coming online in a much more powerful way. We still feel the blockages. We still feel the emotions. They're having less of an effect. They're not manifesting types of situations that are going to keep you at a lower frequency. They're manifesting situations that you could perceive as opportunity for growth. That is a surefire sign that your subconscious is being reprogrammed. We've talked about how we can meditate for 20 minutes, a half an hour a day, and we can get in alignment with our heart's desires, what our soul desires, but yet we leave meditation to go about our day, and our subconscious programming is still throwing out thoughts that are aligned with old versions of us. That is starting to change. That programming is shifting because we have brought more awareness throughout our day, taking breaks to breathe, taking breaks to recenter. That is reprogram the subconscious to the point where more of your multidimensional energy is now anchored. It is embodied, and the subconscious is now in alignment with that. Doesn't mean you're not going to feel some programming and some things we term, or energy we term, as negative come forward. That's going to happen, especially during this month with all the illumination and the powerful energy that we're receiving. That's going to happen, but we're going to trust, and we're going to detach from it, and we're going to fully feel it. We're going to slip right back in to the channel, to the heart space, and lean into that space that we have cultivated and filled with our higher frequency light. It is now more available. It is taking over. The subconscious, the ego, has been relegated to the assistant, and it is now ready to serve. So in this month, during this month of August, be more focused on your purpose. What drives you? The fire in the belly. What lights you up? Send out thoughts of intent to attract more of that. You may feel resistance with moving forward with projects. It's time to create the space, allow yourself to feel, and tap into that divine guidance that is now anchored within, that is in a much more embodied state, much more available to you, and then lean into the direction of that guidance. Get in, feel, expand the belly, expand the heart, breathe, connect with that guidance, feel the subtleties of it. You will get answers as to how to move forward. So much of that is now available. Again, I want to stress that you're going to be tested. You're going to be shown the blockages that still exist. Know this and work through it and fully feel it. We still have a lot of reprogramming to do. We still have a lot of healing to do. And this month, the energy is going to illuminate all of it. So stand firm in your power. Stand in the anchored, highest frequency version of you that is available, and see and experience and feel everything that is coming up, and remain connected to that element of trust, that deep knowing within that you, in fact, are growing. It's going to feel very different than it has in the past, especially with Lionsgate this year, the powerful light coming in. You're going to notice that something new is there. Now, every time something new comes forward, the ego wants to turn away from it. It wants to stay with what it knows is safe. So be aware of those tendencies. Be aware of that programming, and give that programming space to be felt, to be seen, and then align with your intuition. Breathe into your solar plexus, breathe into your heart space, connect up with your higher self, and allow the new version of you to come forward. Hold a loving, compassionate space, and allow your thoughts to settle. Your ego will eventually start to settle and submit, and realize that there is something greater moving through, and it no longer has to be fearful of it. It can trust it. Work through this month to continue to reprogram and embody that light, and more of your soul's purpose will illuminate right before you. Take it one step at a time. We don't need to figure out months or years down the road. Take it step by step, minute by minute, hour by hour. Feel your way through it. Feel the new. Feel the ego's tendency to want to rush things, to try to lay out a timeline, and detach from that and allow yourself to get back centered, get back present, and allow your energy to flow, and be okay. The present moment is divine. Everything is fine. Find that throughout your day, and allow this light that's illuminating us to do its thing. You will integrate it. You will connect to a higher source, higher aspect of you, and you will start to walk down your soul's path. It's such an amazing time. Subscribe if you have not already. Hit that thumbs up button if this video resonated. Leave a comment below if you're feeling what I'm saying. Let's make August the most amazing month yet. Thank you.